Since that a lot of times, like, we often get caught up and like bogged down by the journey or the path that we're on. Like we can see it like down the field, but like all the little micro steps along the way cause us to get discouraged or flooded out. But I feel like not knowing what the future holds is what makes it truly exciting. It's what makes it beautiful. Because if you knew all the answers to like every problem, every situation, every route to like your vision, it would be boring. You wouldn't be able to enjoy anything. Like literally, the unknown is what makes it exciting. It's what makes things mysterious. And the counter to that is like, if anything, it shows that you're on the right path. Because if you have a vision like down the road that's clear, like crystal clear, but the path is blurry, but you still have that vision but don't have the answers, that means that you're on the right path. Because if you weren't on the right path, you would like have like a dead, like, I would, it's kind of hard to explain, but whenever you truly like desire something or want something, or like you know that this is like your call and this is what you want to do, this is what makes you feel most truest to yourself, the vision, like, it's gonna be clear, but the path that you're gonna have to take to get there is gonna be unclear. You're gonna be, it should be like quite frightening or like, worrisome, but that's what makes it like, magical. Another thing is like, you gotta really like be yourself and do what you want to do. Like on the path, like, because a lot of times, like, the things that we truly want to do are the things that like gravitated closer to us, like whenever we were children, and like back when we were the most optimistic, most believing, most like, like dreaming. And whenever like you go through life and you go through school and you get the muscle memory of all the little things that you're working on, and like, you get really comfortable with those things, but the things that gravitated towards you whenever you were a kid, like, you essentially gotta, like, if you do start pursuing the things you actually like dream about doing, it's gonna be very new. You're not gonna know like how things work, how things operate, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. Because like no matter what if it's your first time doing something, you're not gonna be good at it. And that's just like pure common sense. Like if it's your first time, like, riding a bike, you're not going to be good at riding a bike. First time driving the car, you're not going to be good at driving the car. So like, just because you have something that you want to pursue or that you're passionate about, and you don't like feel it click instantly, that's it is you really you're not going to, or you're not supposed to feel it click instantly. Like unless it's just like instinct or whatever, or you've done this in the past before, but like it's going to be challenging whenever you're going to do this thing. Another thing that uh, really a way of life that I came across. This is one rapper. His name is I don't even know dude's name, but anyways, he talked about this we call it philosophy. It's called base. It's basically the ability to be yourself and not care about what anybody thinks. And that right there alone is what causes a lot of like hindrance and like not really stepping into your true calling and the things that you want to do, because like concerned about what he thinks, he says, what they're gonna do, how they're gonna treat you. When in reality, like, no matter what anybody says or does or thinks, it can't harm you. What harms you is yourself, and that's by you having the attitude of allowing them to do that. If you see that they're mere words, they're, whatever they're saying, it really doesn't matter in a realistic standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Because if anything, it's showing a reflection of how they see themselves. If somebody sees somebody like, pursuing a dream or pursuing a passion, and they're not like encouraged by that or want to root that person on, then deep down on the inside, that person's insecure and not really sure of themselves, because they're trying to doubt somebody else's dream because they don't really know what they want to do, what their calling was, or they gave up on theirs a long time ago. So it's not necessarily a bad, like, don't take the insult as like bad to yourself, but allow it to really open the lens of how that person sees themselves. You know, a lot of times how you view somebody is how you really feel about yourself on the inside. You're not doing this consciously, but you're subconsciously doing this, and the effect of how you treat other people. Another thing is, it's okay to not have the answers to all your questions. Like if you have something that you're overthinking about, dwelling on, and it's just like, I'm not really sure how this is supposed to go or what I want to do with this. It's okay not to have the answer. And just because you don't have the answer doesn't mean that you're like, not a good person. Like, what I'm trying to say is, all of our paths are very, 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 like, blurry, different, blurry. But as long as you have the vision of where you want to get to, that's all that matters. So you might not have the answer today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. Might be 5 years, might be 10 years. But just trust the process, whatever you believe in. But I believe in God. Trust in God that He's gonna bring you closer to this vision that you had, and just keep on doing the work. I feel like that's one of the biggest things is trusting the process. Like, as long as you keep showing up every single day, trying your best, and also whatever you're doing has to be aligned with your true self, with what you authentically want to do. If you're doing something for somebody else's good or somebody else's behalf, it's not going to be sincere work. Therefore, it's not going to be really fulfilling to you in your heart, and it's not going to come across good to others because it's not really sincere from yourself. So always ensure that it's it's in the best interest of you, because really you is all you got. So, and for me, because God is everything. You have to really let go and just ensure it and trust it into somebody else's, because nature, we don't know what it's going to bring. We don't know what's going to happen. Just another random topic, well, I don't care, I keep bringing this up, I want to keep bringing this up. I got to get surgery on Monday. I didn't know this was going to happen, but instead of getting sad and depressed about it, I'm going to use it to my advantage to really self-reflect, learn about myself, and focus on me, and not really get down and upset. And this has been my time to get closer to God. So my attitude towards this was making this most fulfilling. So really stay true to yourself, do what you want to do, be present, because if you're overthinking, it's probably one of the most hindering things ever, bro. If you thinking about the future, thinking about the past, you're thinking about junk that's already happened, is gone, and junk that hasn't happened yet. So you're literally insane trying to mimic or create in your brain something that hasn't even physically happened. You can't do that. It's not possible. So as long as you're in the present moment with what's going on right here, right now, then you're aligned with eternity. Therefore, eternity is forever and always happening and always moving at the same time. Right now in the present moment, it's right here. 3, 2, 1. That present moment was gone right there. So if you just align yourself with the present moment, you're always going to be moving in the same pace with the universe, with eternity, rather than out of line with the universe and eternity and God. You're just in the past, in the future, worrying about this, worrying about that. Freak that. Focus on you. Focus on God, and focus on what you want to do. And that's really all that matters. All this other junk, what people gotta say, what people think, freak them. Freak everybody. Focus on you and God. Close out all the comments, all the concerns, and just focus on you. You. That's all that matters. You gotta choose you. Every time, choose you. Bet on yourself. Believe that I can do this. I'm doing this for myself. I'm doing this for me, with the help of God. Cause yeah. We're gonna hop into other topics about that later on too, but shoot. We out, peace. Y'all look out for yourselves, be there for you, choose you, and do what you gotta do to succeed, to feel most fulfilled in life, and just do what you gotta do. I believe in y'all, and I hope this message and my other talks is gonna help y'all with y'all day-to-day problems with him, because it's like, really, this is all an experience. It's all life is. So just like sit back, enjoy the show, and just like, you know, do what you gotta do. Be the main character in your movie. Create your movie. Don't live nobody else's story. You're not an indentured servant. Do what you gotta do to make you feel great. That's all I gotta say. All right, peace. Live, love, laugh. Y'all enjoy y'all lives.